Have you ever thought about why some people always seem to be able to handle the tough things that life throws at them? Others struggle for a long time without being able to rise. The answer is often not in big actions or dramatic events, but in small habits that seem harmless but slowly weaken our inner strength. Over time, these small habits can add up and become invisible chains that keep us from reaching our full potential. In this video, we'll look at 10 hidden habits that might be weakening you and, using the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, find ways to break them. Stoic philosophy, with its simple but deep ideas, has helped many people find inner peace and mental strength, no matter what problems they face. Leave a comment to join me on this path. I'm ready to start this journey to learn how to get back your strength, endurance, and joy in life. It's time to break free from these invisible chains and live a life that has meaning and purpose. Stoic thought has timeless ideas that can help you change your life right now. Even though it starts with small steps, change will have a huge effect, bringing you closer to your best and most confident self. Number 1. Procrastination. Putting things off is a common problem that gets in the way of work and personal growth. It means putting off doing things that need to be done in order to do something more fun instead. Putting things off might feel good in the short term, but it can cause stress, missed chances, and a feeling of not being good enough. Figuring out why you put things off and using techniques to stop doing that can change how you do work and live your life. Find out what caused it. Figure out why you put things off, because they're afraid of failing, want to be great, or just don't want to do it. Figuring out the real reasons for the problem can help you solve it better. Split up big tasks into smaller ones. Big jobs can be stressful and cause people to put them off. Split them up into smaller steps that you can handle. This makes the job seem less difficult and helps you get going as you finish each step. Make your goals and due dates clear. Set clear objectives and due dates for your work. Setting clear goals gives you direction and a sense of urgency, which makes you less likely to put things off. Get rid of distractions. Minimize distractions to make the workplace more productive. To do this, you might need to turn off notifications, make a separate workspace, or set aside particular times to work. Use techniques for managing your time. Use techniques for managing your time like the Pomodoro technique, in which you work for 25 minutes and then take a 5-minute break. This kind of technique can help you focus and get things done, which makes it less likely that you'll put things off. Utilizing these methods, you can stop putting things off and more quickly reach your objectives. Remember that stopping putting things off is a slow process that needs self-awareness, discipline, and regular work. Number 2. Negative self-talk. A common and unhealthy habit that can have a big effect on our mental health and general well-being is talking badly to ourselves. It includes having negative, critical, and self-defeating conversations with yourself. This way of thinking can hurt your self-esteem, make you more anxious or depressed, and stop you from growing as a person. To have a healthier mind and a more satisfying life, you need to understand and deal with your negative self-talk. Let's talk about the main parts of bad self-talk and how to stop it. Figure out the patterns. Figure out the words and thoughts that you use most often when you talk badly to yourself. There are many of these, such as "I'm not good enough," "I always mess things up," and "I'll never succeed." A book can help you keep track of these thoughts and see what themes come up over and over again. Question the thoughts. As soon as you notice bad thoughts, you should question whether they are true. Check to see if these views are backed up by facts or if they come from assumptions and fears. Change negative words to ones that are more fair and true. Say, "I can't do anything right," instead of "I made a mistake, but I can learn from it and get better." Learn to be kind to yourself. Be kind and patient with yourself the way you would with a friend. Know that you have flaws and make mistakes, but that doesn't make you less valuable. Say positive affirmations to yourself and keep in mind your skills and what you've already done well. Reframe your bad thoughts. Change your point of view by changing your bad thoughts into neutral or more positive ones. Instead of saying, "I'll never get this right," say, "This is hard, but I can get better with work." Do not focus on being perfect or having instant success. Instead, focus on growing and learning. Ask for help. Talking to a trusted friend, family member, or doctor can help you see things more clearly and stop talking badly to yourself. Do things for yourself that are good for your mental health and well-being, like exercise, meditation, and fun hobbies. Negative self-talk is a common problem that can have a big impact on your life, but it can be fixed. You can develop a more positive and strong attitude by recognizing and challenging negative thoughts, showing kindness to yourself, changing the way you look at things, and asking for help. Remember that it takes time and work to change deeply ingrained ways of thinking, but the benefits to your mental health and happiness are well worth it. When you failed or had a hard time, did you ever blame yourself and say things like, "Why am I so incompetent?" or "I can never do this"? These thoughts not only make you less motivated, but they also keep you from reaching your full potential. Let's think about what Jesus taught us in the Bible. He tells us to love ourselves and others, and to believe in our own worth and power. Jesus told us to love our friend as ourselves. If we can't love and trust ourselves, how can we fully love others? Asking yourself why you always think badly of yourself, or how you can change how you see yourself, can help you break the habit of negative self-talk. Stoic philosophy tells us to train our minds by changing negative thoughts into helpful and positive ones. Big toe. A different Stoic teacher once said that what makes us upset is how we think about things. Instead of telling yourself, "I can't do this," try telling yourself, "I will try my best." When we think, "Every failure is a lesson for me to grow," we not only change our thoughts, but also how we act and react to life. Remember that we have the power to think positively, love ourselves, and trust ourselves. When we do this, we become stronger and spread joy and positivity to those around us. With faith and determination, we can overcome any obstacle, just like the Stoic philosophers and Jesus taught us. Have you ever told yourself that you are strong, deserving, and able to handle any problem? If not, start today. Turn your negative thoughts into chances to learn and grow, and have faith in your skills and yourself. Number 3, avoiding challenges. People often avoid difficulties because they are afraid of failing, being uncomfortable, or not knowing what will happen. Avoidance may seem like a safe move in the short term, but it can cause you to miss out on chances, slow down your personal growth, and not reach your full potential. On the other hand, taking on problems can make you stronger, lead to new ideas, and lead to success. It's important for your personal and professional growth to understand how avoiding obstacles hurts you and learn how to deal with them head-on. Growth and development slow down. People who avoid difficulties can become stuck, which keeps them from learning new things and getting useful experiences. Professionals who don't take on difficult projects might miss out on chances to get promoted and move up in their careers. Chances lost. People often miss out on chances to grow significantly in their personal and work lives because they avoid challenges. Example: an entrepreneur who doesn't take the chance of starting a new business might never get the success and satisfaction that it could bring. Less capacity to recover. Explain. Facing and solving problems makes people stronger, while avoiding them can make them less able to deal with future problems. For example, a student who avoids hard subjects may have more problems in school and later in their job because they don't learn how to solve them. Less self-esteem. Avoiding challenges over and over again can make people lose confidence and self-esteem because they may start to doubt their skills. Example: someone who avoids public speaking out of fear may start to think they can't do it, which makes their fear stronger and limits their options. Feeling more regret. People who avoid challenges may rue it in the future when they realize they wish they had taken risks and seized opportunities. For example, an athlete who doesn't compete at higher levels because they're afraid of failing might feel bad about not pushing themselves to see how far they could have gone in the future. Avoiding challenges may help you feel better temporarily when you're scared or uncomfortable, but in the long run, it stops you from growing, makes you less resilient, and causes you to miss out on chances and feel regret. Accepting challenges, no matter how hard they are, is important for growth and reaching your full potential. When people know how avoidance hurts them, they can take steps to face problems with confidence and drive. Number 4. Excessive materialism. Too much greed is a big problem in today's world, and it's often caused by a never-ending desire for money and things. Focusing on getting things can mess up your sense of self-worth and make you live an unhappy life. We can work toward a more healthy and satisfying life by learning about the problem that come with being too materialistic. The false hope of happiness. Things can make you happy for a short time, but they can't make you happy in the long term. Studies have shown that having more money and stuff doesn't make you happier overall, as long as your basic wants are met. True happiness often comes from things that aren't material, like relationships, personal growth, and events that matter. Effects on friends and family. Too much stuff can make it hard to get along with family and friends. When people put material things ahead of important connections, it can make them feel alone and disconnected. Putting people before things makes relationships better and more helpful. Effects on the environment. The search for material wealth often leads to waste and overconsumption, which hurts the earth. Using less and living in a way that doesn't harm the environment help protect the planet for future generations. Focusing on quality over number and reducing materialism can help you live a more eco-friendly life. Effects on the mind. Always wanting more can lead to worry and dissatisfaction that never goes away. This goal can cause stress, sadness, and a feeling of being empty. People can live a more peaceful and satisfying life by focusing less on material gains and more on their own happiness and inner peace. Finding meaning and purpose. Again, materialism can keep people from finding their true passions and meaning and pursuing them. People can find out what really makes them happy and fulfilled by taking a step back from their desire for material wealth. Adopting simplicity and focusing on what's important to you can help you feel more purposeful and happy. A lot of people fall into the trap of excessive wealth because they think it will make them happy and satisfied, but it often ends up making things worse by causing stress, broken relationships, and damage to the environment. We can live a more useful and balanced life by focusing on what really matters and being aware of the problems with materialism. Do not keep treasures on earth, where moths and rust destroy them and thieves break in and take them. Instead, keep treasures in heaven. There are treasures in heaven that moths and rust can't damage and thieves can't get to. This is what Jesus told us. Have you ever thought about why we are so interested in buying things? Do we think they will make us happy and satisfied? Excessive materialism not only takes away from the true value of life, but it also makes us dependent on things we can't control. Think about the last time you bought something new. How long did you feel happy and satisfied with it? Was it long before you started looking for something else to fill that void? The desire for material things not only drains our resources, but it also takes up our time and energy. If we focus on getting more stuff, we will live a life of constant dissatisfaction and anxiety. Imagine a life without financial things that tie you down. You'd feel freer and be able to focus on what's important, like love, family, and inner peace. Seneca once said that the only way to be truly happy is to enjoy the present without worrying about the future, not to entertain ourselves with hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is enough for he who so desires nothing. We need to learn to value what we already have instead of always wanting new and useless things. By letting go of material passion, we not only find peace, but also discover the true meaning of life. Are you truly happy with what you own, or are you stuck in a never-ending cycle of desire? If you feel comfortable answering this question, please share your stories and deep insights in the comments section. Number 5. Seeking external validation. It's natural for people to want approval, praise, and acceptance from other people in order to feel worthy or valued. This kind of behavior may come from a deep-seated need to connect with others and feel like they fit. But depending too much on outside approval can make your sense of self-worth weak, because it changes based on what other people think and say. People can work on self-acceptance and internal validation by figuring out and dealing with the causes of this behavior. This will eventually lead to more mental strength and self-esteem. Get to the bottom of the problems. Early experiences. The need for outside approval often comes from times when parents, teachers, or peers heavily affected a person's sense of self-worth through praise or criticism. Societal pressures. Cultural and societal rules often stress things like money, looks, and social status as external signs of success. This makes it easier to keep looking for approval from other people. Fear of rejection. People who are afraid of being rejected or criticized may constantly look for comfort from others, which can make them dependent on their approval. Watch for the signs. Constant seeking of approval, asking for comments, or praise all the time in order to feel good about yourself. Comparing to others means comparing yourself to other people a lot and feeling bad about yourself because of it. Avoiding authenticity, hiding your real thoughts, feelings, or wants so you can fit in or make other people like you. Figure out what will happen. Emotional instability. Relying on other people's support can cause mood swings and anxiety when it's not received. Loss of self-identity. Always changing to fit other people's standards can make you feel less like yourself and make you question who you really are. Personal growth. Stopped. People who depend on outside approval may not be able to take chances, try new things, or grow professionally and personally. Focus on internal validation. Self-awareness. Think about your own ideals, strengths, and areas where you can improve, regardless of what other people think. Set personal goals. Instead of looking for praise from other people, judge your own standards and accomplishments as the things that make you successful. Work on it. Self-compassion means being kind and understanding to yourself, especially when you fail or experience a loss. This will help you feel good about your self-worth. Look for good relationships. Surround yourself with supportive people. Instead of people who are always criticizing or judging you, surround yourself with people who encourage and support your true self. Communicate openly. To build trust and understanding between people, be honest and open when you talk to them. Learning to accept constructive criticism. Know the difference between feedback that is meant to help you grow and criticism that makes you feel bad about your own worth. Changing from looking for approval from other people to wanting approval from within yourself takes self-awareness, self-compassion, and a dedication to personal growth. People can build a stronger, more resilient sense of self that is less reliant on other people's approval by figuring out what makes them act this way, recognizing the signs, and encouraging healthy relationships. In the end, this trip leads to more emotional stability, acceptance of oneself, and a real, fulfilling life. Have you ever felt like other people's approval is the only thing that makes you valuable? Do you always need approval and praise to feel good enough and worthy? The habit of looking for approval from other people is a sneaky trap that makes us lose confidence and self-control. Jesus told us, "Seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well." He tells us to focus on spiritual values and honesty instead of seeking external validation. When we trust in eternal values, we don't need other people's approval to feel worthy. Imagine that one day you don't have to worry about praise or criticism from other people. You would feel freer to live your life according to your own principles and nature. Seneca also said that your happiness shouldn't rest on things you can't change. Instead of looking for approval from other people, learn to tell yourself how valuable you are. Look within to find peace and happiness that come from true and lasting values. Stop looking for approval from other people and start building value from within. Remember that real confidence and value come from liking and trusting yourself. Jesus and the Stoics showed us that if we have faith and stick with it, we can find peace and happiness in our hearts. We want to thank you and congratulate you on making it halfway through today's video. Your presence here shows that you are ready for this journey. Now, watch the last 5 habits to stop and think about how you can improve yourself. Number 6. Inability to handle negative emotions. Life is full of bad feelings that you can't avoid. Everyone feels things like anger, sadness, frustration, and worry. But not being able to handle these feelings well can cause big problems in your personal and work life. Not being able to control your emotions can hurt your relationships, make it hard to make decisions, and even cause mental health problems. People can improve their general health and deal with life's challenges more effectively if they understand and practice ways to control their negative emotions. Recognize and accept your feelings. Awareness. Recognizing and naming your negative feelings is the first thing you need to do to deal with them. Ignoring or pushing down your feelings can make them worse and cause you to use bad ways to deal with them. Acceptance. People can deal with their feelings more effectively when they realize that they are normal parts of being human. Find the triggers. Reflecting on yourself. Figuring out the things, people, or thoughts that make you feel bad can help you figure out why you feel that way. Patterns. Figuring out patterns in how you feel can help you plan for and anticipate future emotional difficulties. Create ways to deal with stress. Healthy outlets. To deal with and let go of bad feelings, do things like exercise, meditation, writing in a book, or talking to a trusted friend. Solving problems. Deal with the problems that are really making you feel bad by breaking them down into steps you can handle and looking for real-world answers. Use techniques for controlling your emotions. Mindfulness and relaxation. Deep breathing, gradual muscle relaxation, and mindfulness meditation are all techniques that can help calm the mind and make bad feelings less intense. Cognitive reframing. Look at things from different angles and focus on the good things about them to challenge and change negative thought patterns. Get help from a professional. Therapy and counseling. Getting help from a therapist or counselor can give people the tools and skills they need to better handle their feelings. Support groups. Support groups can help people who are having a hard time with their emotions by giving them a sense of community and a chance to share their experiences. Keeping your mental and emotional health in good shape means dealing with bad feelings in a healthy way. People can become more resilient and handle life's challenges better by recognizing and accepting their emotions, figuring out what sets them off, coming up with ways to deal with them, learning techniques for controlling their emotions, and getting professional help when they need it. Adopting these habits not only makes you healthier, but it also makes your relationships and life in general better. Number 7. Dwelling on past mistakes. People often think about their mistakes for too long, which can get in the way of their growth and health. Focusing on mistakes made in the past can make people feel sorrow, guilt, and self-blame, which can keep them stuck in a cycle of negativity. It's normal to think about what we did in the past, but dwelling on it too much can keep us from moving on and reaching our full potential. To become more resilient and have a positive view on life, you need to learn how to deal with these thoughts. This lesson will talk about the bad things that happen when you keep thinking about mistakes you made in the past and give you real ways to stop doing that. Know how it affects mental health. Thinking about mistakes you've made in the past all the time can cause anxiety, sadness, and a bad view of your own body. Example: someone who keeps feeling bad about a job choice might feel sad and low on self-worth all the time, which makes them less happy and less productive overall. Learn from your mistakes. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, think about what you learned and how that can help you make decisions in the future. For example, if a student fails an important test, they can look at how they studied and come up with better ways to do on future tests. Self-compassion is important. Explain. Be kind and understanding to yourself the same way you would be to a friend in the same situation. For instance, if you missed a due date, tell yourself that everyone does, and that it's a chance to get better at managing your time. Do not expect too much. Understanding that you can't be perfect and that making mistakes is a normal part of learning is important. For example, a business owner who has had a setback can see that success usually comes after many mistakes and changes along the way. Think about the present and the future. Move your focus from mistakes you've made in the past to your present goals and the chances you have in the future. Instead of being sad about a relationship that ended, spend time growing as a person and making new, important connections. Many people have the bad habit of dwelling on their past mistakes, which is not helpful and can have a big effect on their mental health and personal growth. People can break out of the cycle of rumination by realizing how it affects them, learning from their mistakes, being kind to themselves, having realistic expectations, and focused on the present and the future. Adopting these tactics makes people stronger, more optimistic, and gives them the power to move forward with confidence and clarity. Number 8. Ignoring others' happiness. If you don't care about other people's happiness, you might end up alone and unhappy. People are naturally social animals that need to connect with others and help each other out. We risk hurting relationships and creating a harmful environment when we don't care about the happiness of those around us. Realizing how important it is to recognize and support other people's happiness can help us live happier, more peaceful lives, both individually and in our communities. Relationships that are tense. It can be hard on your personal and business relationships to ignore other people's happiness. People may feel ignored and undervalued, which can cause arguments and problems with communication. Example: if a boss doesn't care about their team's successes and happiness at work, it can hurt morale and productivity. Less compassion. Not recognizing other people's happiness can make you not care about them. To understand and relate to other people's feelings, you need to have empathy. This makes relationships stronger. For example, a friend who never enjoys other people's successes might feel more and more alone because other people think they are uncaring or only care about themselves. Dangerous setting. Not caring about other people's happiness can make the setting unhealthy, where anger and negativity grow. This could hurt your mental and emotional health. In a family, if one person constantly downplays the happiness and accomplishments of others, it can cause constant stress and sadness in the home. Less happiness for each person. Researchers have found that making other people happy can have a big effect on your own happiness. Ignoring the happiness of others takes away this gain for yourself. Kind acts, like celebrating a friend's success, can make you feel better and make you happier in general, causing a positive feedback loop. Chances to grow that were missed. Not caring about other people's happiness can cause you to miss out on chances to grow personally and professionally. Giving credit and help to others can lead to new thoughts, ideas, and partnerships. Someone could get a new view or skill that helps their career by recognizing and supporting a co-worker's creative idea. Not only does recognizing and helping other people's happiness make them happier, but it also makes us happier. It makes relationships stronger, encourages empathy, makes the environment better, boosts happiness, and gives chances to grow. We can live a happier and more peaceful life if we make an effort to notice and enjoy the successes and joys of others. Number 9. Lack of clear goals. For both personal and business growth, it's important to have clear goals. Setting goals gives people a sense of direction, purpose, and drive, which helps them make progress and reach their goals. If you don't have clear goals, it's easy to get lost, lose motivation, and not know what to do next. This lesson will talk about how important it is to have clear goals and how not having them can get in the way of your success and happiness. Not having a plan or direction. People often don't know where they're going or why they're here if they don't have clear goals. Having no clear goals can make you approach jobs and projects in a disorganized way. Smart goals are clear, measured, attainable, relevant, and have a due date. They help you stay focused and make sure your efforts are directed toward important results. Less motivation and engagement. Having clear goals keeps you motivated and involved in what you're doing. It can be hard to find the motivation to act and keep going when your goals aren't clear or aren't present. Setting clear goals helps people stay motivated and dedicated, which leads to more work getting done. Not being able to track progress. It's hard to keep track of growth and see how well something is doing without clear goals. Goals are like measuring sticks that help people see how they're doing and make any necessary changes. To stay on track and get the results you want, this ongoing feedback loop is a must. Stress and anger are getting worse. Not having clear goals can make you more stressed out and angry. People can feel stressed and unsure when they don't know what they want to achieve or how to go about it. Setting clear goals helps you stay on track, avoid confusion, and deal with stress by breaking down jobs into steps that you can handle. Opportunities and potential that were missed. People who don't have clear goals might miss out on chances to grow and move up. Setting goals can help you find and take advantage of chances that will help you reach your goals. They also push people to keep learning and getting better, which helps them reach their full potential. A key part of both personal and business success is setting clear goals. It gives people direction, motivation, and a feeling of purpose, which helps them move forward and reach their goals. Not having clear goals can make you feel lost, less motivated, and miss out on chances. Setting and working toward clear goals can help people feel more confident in their ways and lead to more happiness and success. Number 10. Lack of personal discipline. Not being disciplined can affect every part of our lives, from our personal relationships to our ability to do well at work. Discipline is the basis on which we build habits that help us be more productive, improve ourselves, and live a full life. Without it, our dreams stay just that, dreams. Without it, our progress stops, and we get stuck in a loop of putting things off and feeling bad about it. Anyone who wants to reach their full potential and live a meaningful life needs to understand how important personal discipline is and learn how to develop it. Goals and priorities that don't match. Setting and sticking to clear goals is hard if you don't have personal control. Priorities change all the time, which makes it hard to make progress in any one way. For long-term success and happiness, it's important to stick to your goals and values, putting things off and not getting things done. When people don't follow through with their plans, they often put things off, which is called laziness. This delay not only slows down work right now, but it also makes success seem farther away. Developing discipline can help you stop putting things off and make progress on time. Stress and anxiety levels going up. Too many unfinished chores and responsibilities can build up when there is no discipline. This pile makes me feel stressed and anxious all the time, which is bad for my mental and emotional health. Discipline makes it easier to get things done, lowers stress, and gives you a feeling of control. Effects that are bad on relationships. How we handle our time, tasks, and duties to others is affected by how disciplined we are as individuals. If you don't have it, you might break promises, miss deadlines, and have trouble getting along with other people. Discipline makes sure that we keep our promises, which builds trust and respect in partnerships. Personal growth was slowed down. Discipline is important for always getting better and growing as a person. In the absence of it, people might get stuck in bad habits and be unable to learn new things. Developing discipline makes it possible to evaluate oneself regularly and work toward personal growth goals. Not having enough personal discipline makes it harder to be successful, keep good relationships, and grow as a person. It causes people to put things off, feel stressed, and reach their full potential. People can live a structured and busy life that fits their goals and values if they understand how important discipline is and work to improve it. Personal discipline is a process that never ends, but the benefits are huge and can lead to a more organized, happy, and successful life. He taught us about the power of self-control and putting rules in place. Keep an eye on things and pray that you don't give in to temptation. The Spirit wants you to do it, but your body is weak. This lesson tells us that weakness and temptation will always be there, but we can beat them with hard work and prayer. Think about the times you said you would break a bad habit or start a good one, but failed to do so. Have you ever asked yourself, why can't I persist? Or how can I better discipline myself? When we learn self-discipline, we become more stable and strong, like a rock facing the waves. Self-discipline is important because if we don't have it, we give up quickly when things get hard, become lazy, and can't reach our goals. For example, if you build a house without following the plan, it will never be finished or will not last. Self-discipline is important for achieving all of our goals and tasks in life. When was the last time you really stuck to a focused plan? How can you be more self-disciplined and reach your goals? Discipline isn't just about forcing people to do things. It's also a way to find freedom and improve yourself. By following these rules, we not only reach our goals, but we also find true peace and happiness. Follow Jesus and the Stoics' advice, work on self-discipline, and face each day with resolve and determination. Only then can we truly live a full and happy life. As we think back on the journey of finding the 10 hidden habits that weaken us, remember that each habit is a link in the invisible chain that connects our souls and spirits. But in Stoic philosophy, no habit is unchangeable. True strength doesn't come from avoiding problems or mistakes. It comes from being able to face them and get through them. We can all change our lives to get rid of bad habits and recover our inner strength. Walk with courage and believe in the principles of Stoicism and Jesus' love. If you want to become the best version of yourself, are you ready to let go of old habits and start a new journey? Are you ready to live each day with determination and steadfastness to get what you really want? Do not give up. Remember that change takes time, and every little step you take today will lead to a better, more confident and happier future. Have faith in yourself. Take on obstacles and be at peace with yourself. Stoic philosophy and Jesus' love can help you find your way. Start today the journey of changing your life from the habits that make you weak to strong and inspiring ways of living. If you liked the video, please click the like button to support the channel. Write your thoughts in the comment below. Stoic philosophy has a lot of good ideas that you should share with your friends and family. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the station so you don't miss the next videos on Stoic living and self-development. If you want to know when we share new videos, just click the bell icon. We always have interesting and useful information for you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next videos.